A major study finds that middle-aged Americans are lonelier, more depressed, physically weaker, and cognitively declining faster than earlier generations. Researchers say life satisfaction isn't just about feeling good, and the world is quietly running out of people. Every day the news cycle produces roughly 1,000 stories. About 6 of them are about politics, and somehow those are the only ones anyone talks about. I don't want to do just the same podcast everyone else is, so I went looking for the rest. This is News Side Quest. A new review published in the journal Current Directions in Psychological Science, led by researchers at Arizona State University and collaborators in Germany and Sweden, pulled together data from 17 countries and found something that should probably be a bigger story than it is. Americans born in the 1960s and early 70s are experiencing rising loneliness, worsening depression, declining memory, and worsening grip strength, with the clearest evidence for adults in the 50 to 65 age range. Later-born Americans are doing measurably worse on health indicators than people who were their age decades ago. Here's what makes this noticeable. White middle-aged adults, in particular, are actually getting healthier and less lonely over time, and those in England and Mexico are showing improvement on several measures, but their American counterparts are sliding backwards. The research points to several likely contributors: weak family support systems, healthcare strain, financial stress, and caregiving pressure. Since the early 2000s, public spending on family benefits has risen across Europe while remaining stagnant in the U.S. Income inequality has grown in the U.S. during the same period, while stabilizing or narrowing in most European countries. One detail that jumped out at me: education used to be a strong protection against these problems, but that seems to be changing. Among U.S. middle-aged adults, rising levels of educational attainment are no longer preventing declines in memory. Education is becoming less protective against loneliness, memory decline, and depressive symptoms, which suggests the problem isn't that Americans are less educated than previous generations, is that the stressors have become powerful enough to completely overwhelm the traditional benefits of schooling. After my birthday on Friday, I'm pretty solidly in the middle-aged camp, and I'm feeling pretty good. I think it's worth pushing back a little on what this data means individually, even while taking it seriously at the population level. These are trends and averages, not destiny. People who feel supported, maintain social connection, and have some sense of control over their lives tend to do considerably better than the averages would suggest. So what's actually going right for you right now? The specific, honest version, the thing that's working in your life that maybe you didn't say out loud very often because it feels like you might jinx it.
Can we review our status here, Si? Let's look at this thing from a standpoint of status. What have we got on the spacecraft that's good?
I'll get back to you, Gene.
A new study from Simon Fraser University, published in the Journal of Positive Psychology, I read it every month, looked at what actually predicts life satisfaction, and the answer isn't what most wellness messaging would lead you to believe. Researchers measured people's positive and negative feelings, their life satisfaction, and 3 psychological traits: autonomy, feeling of being free to make your own choices; competence, feeling effective and capable; and relatedness, feeling close and connected to others. Positive and negative emotions were strong indicators of happiness, as expected, but autonomy was a better indicator of life satisfaction than feelings alone. The study said even after accounting for how good or bad people felt, those who felt more autonomous were more satisfied with their lives. Autonomy was the only psychological need that seemed to contribute something that feelings alone didn't explain. The framing that landed for me: people are not merely hedonists when people step back and evaluate whether their life is going well. They consider more than emotional balance. They appear to ask themselves not just, do I feel good, but also, am I free? The study also has a practical implication that I think is underappreciated. The researchers note that programs designed to improve well-being may succeed in improving people's feelings, but if they restrict choices, that could ultimately backfire. Policymakers should be mindful not only of direct outcomes, but also second-order effects of removing people's freedom to choose the path to those outcomes. COVID mask mandates are a good example. Potentially beneficial in the outcome, but the involuntary nature may have fueled backlash precisely because it reduced people's felt sense of autonomy. So what would make your life feel fulfilled? Financial security, happy family life, your baseball team winning the World Series? Autonomy is actually near the top of the list in a way that I hadn't fully articulated before reading this. The ability to decide how I spend my time, what I work on, and with whom. That turns out to matter to me more than I realized until I saw someone put a name on it. So what does fulfillment actually look like for you? Not the version you'd say at a dinner party, the real one. The conditions under which you'd look back at your life and think, yeah, I did it.
Good. Well, it's good that you're fine and I'm fine. I agree with you. It's great to be fine.
MSN ran a piece this week framing something that demographers have been watching for years, and that's now arriving faster than most projections anticipated. The world is running out of people, and the cause isn't what you'd actually expect. According to researchers tracking this trend, people are healthier, richer, better educated, living longer, and having fewer children. The very markers of human advancement are paradoxically fueling the decline. The sharpest drops in birth rates are occurring in the richest societies. The countries most economically productive are also the ones most exposed to the consequences of a shrinking workforce. Global population is already below replacement rate. The world population is expected to start falling sometime around the late 2050s and early 2060s. That's not centuries from now, that's within the lifespan of most of the people listening to this. The forces behind this are structural. Urbanization has raised the cost of housing and schooling, making large families less practical. Longer periods in education and early career investment have pushed back first births and shortened reproductive windows. Cultural norms have evolved. Deliberate policy interventions have helped normalize smaller family units. This seems kind of counterintuitive. Higher living standards should mean more resources to throw at having a family. But the way I've come to understand it is this: prosperity doesn't give you more resources for your existing path, it gives you more paths to choose from. And not all of them lead to having children. That's essentially what happened in my own life, and I suspect it's what happened in a lot of lives without anyone making any sort of explicit choice about it. Life just went in a particular direction, and the direction didn't include a large family. And looking back, there wasn't a single moment where that was decided. It was 1,000 small decisions that just added up that way. The economic implications are significant. Historically, rich economies have grown through a combination of productivity growth and population growth. A world with fewer people is a world with fewer people thinking up new ideas, with potential long-term implications for economic growth and living standards. Japan is already living with this, with nearly a third of its population over 65 and declining economic output as a result. So did you make a conscious decision about family size, or did life just happen in a particular way? Either way is a real answer, and if you're still in the middle of figuring it all out, that's a real answer too.
Oh, won't somebody please think of the children?
Humanoid robots competed in a half marathon in Beijing and beat the human world record. 21 robots finished the race, with the fastest completing the 13.1 miles in 2 hours and 40 minutes, which is faster than the average human finisher, but slower than elite human runners. The robots required multiple battery swaps, and some fell down. Once those robots have jetpacks, humans won't stand a chance. For now, we remain competitive with machines that need to stop and recharge every few miles.
It can't be bargained with. It can't be reasoned with. It doesn't feel pity or remorse or fear, and it absolutely will not stop. Ever.
A skydiver crashed into the scoreboard at Virginia Tech's football stadium during what appears to have been a demonstration jump. The skydiver was rescued and survived with injuries. Virginia Tech's scoreboard, however, did not fare as well. Since the skydiver is okay, we can appreciate the truly spectacular nature of this aim. Of all places to land at Virginia Tech, the scoreboard is among the most specific and least forgiving. A man in Europe attempted to fake an insurance injury by staging an animal attack while wearing a bear costume. Investigators were not fooled. If you're going to do this, at least make it a Bigfoot costume. That way you get 2 news cycles, the setup and the reveal, more entertainment for everyone involved. Same amount of jail time, though. A bear attack in bear country is relatively plausible. This was not in bear country.
Big Bear, chase me!
An alligator visited the drive-through lane of a Truist Bank branch in North Carolina. Wildlife officials were called and the alligator was relocated. I mean, the guy just needed to cash a check.
Well, there's something you don't see every day.
That's it for News Side Quest today. 3 questions still out there this week. What's actually going right in your life right now? What fulfillment genuinely looks like for you, and whether your family size was a decision or just something that happened. Email me at newsidequest@gmail.com or pop into the Substack comments. See you tomorrow.